So this video is going to be kind of really candid. I'm going to be speaking to that guy that's always been, overlooked. The guy that's always been, fat, skinny, unattractive. Obviously, you're the one that's watching this video, man. Let me tell you a little story, right? I used to go to high school, I go to middle school. I wasn't, the most attractive guy. And so basically I would always see, the jock, the high school quarterback, or, the guys that were a little bit cooler than me, taller than me, because obviously I had a late growth spurt and everything like that. And so I didn't get that many, girls kind of coming my way. So basically I kind of stayed humble, stayed in my craft. I worked hard. I was a nerd, didn't get much action. And so I'll tell you this, fast forward college years, the same, discipline that I kind of built up, and that, grit that I kind of built up while I was middle school and high school, where I know I really didn't have anyone kind of looking at me. So basically my whole mindset was either I do the hardest thing so that I can attract someone, or nothing else will come my way. You know what I'm saying? So basically what happened, I stayed with that same endurance and that same grit all the way through college. And the guys that were the jocks and everything like that in high school and middle school, they kind of fell off and drifted off a little bit. It's because, man, a lot of these guys that kind of have, a rite of passage or an easy way into early years in school, like K through 12 and all that stuff, they don't really build that same tenacity of what it takes to, attract other people and, be at a high level consistently, because it's always been given to them, right? So it's the same thing as someone that, if they're handed wealth without them having any skills, being able to attribute to that wealth to where they can maintain it like a fire, like keep it sustaining, eventually it's going to drift off, it's going to die off, right? So it's the same analogy basically, to where if you don't have, that built up idea that, hey, I need to work hard to get these things, eventually life will catch up and they become, either fat, or they don't really know what they're going to do in school, or because the whole idea, the whole resolve is based around the fact that life will never get, any worse than this, but eventually it does, right? If you don't, continue to work hard at your craft, whether it's school, whether it's getting your money up, whether it's your fitness, etc., etc. And so what I'm saying is, fast forward, I kept that race. I would go to the gym consistently, lonely as ever. I would go to class. I wouldn't really talk to anyone, but I would do my schoolwork and homework and make sure I had really good grades in college. And so now, fast forward, I have all these things built up to me to where I know how to go to the gym consistently, whether someone likes me or someone doesn't like me, right? So I have that same mindset that either people are going to like me or people are not going to like me. I don't care. I've already built in that habitual tendencies of being able to do hard things despite what other people think of me, whether or not I get any sort of recognition. So I think now I'm at a point in my life where I'm reaping the rewards of, kind of putting your head down and kind of just grinding away and doing what you're supposed to do, regardless of what the outside world kind of says for you. So this story's kind of going for the one, if you're skinny right now, if you're fat, if you have acne, you're not getting a lot of girls or anything like that while you're in high school and middle school, bro, just stay hard. Just make sure that you kind of build up that resiliency. I promise you, man, it will pay off, right? So if you keep running the race, bro, I promise you, you'll get ahead of those jocks, those people that have been handed, good fortune early on. And trust me, keep going, brother.